Hello everyone, welcome you all in the dissection of the back region. In the back region, first we will discuss regarding the surface anatomy of the back region, as well as after that we will discuss regarding muscles of the back region. Okay, muscles of the back regions are divided into the superficial as well as deep region. Superficial muscles are the trapezius and latissimus dorsi, and deep muscles are the levator scapulae and the rhomboides minor and major. Okay, now first we will discuss regarding the surface anatomy of the back region. Okay, so first scapula. Okay, scapula, here you can feel scapula, which lies posterior lateral aspect of the body between the second to seventh rib. Okay, posterior lateral aspect of the body between the second to seventh rib. Okay, then here acromion process. Okay, acromion process, it forms the top of the shoulder joint. Okay, then spine or crest of the spine runs downward and medially. Okay, as well as inferior angle of the scapula. Okay, here inferior angle of the scapula, it lies at below the inferior angle of the scapula. There lies the eighth rib. Okay, now we will discuss external occipital protuberance. Okay, what is external occipital protuberance? It is the bony elevation which lies the posterior part of the head. Okay, so this is the external occipital protuberance. Okay, then knuckle line. Okay, so what is knuckle line? Knuckle lines are the ill-defined ridge. Okay, ill-defined ridge which extends from the external occipital protuberance to the mastoid process. Okay, so there are superior knuckle line as well as the inferior knuckle lines. Okay, then vertebra. Okay, so at the time of bending of the neck, there is prominence, that is the vertebra prominence. It is termed as C7 vertebra. Okay, then below the external 5 centimeter below the external occipital protuberance, there is, it lies C2 cervical 2 vertebra. Okay, so below the external occipital 5 centimeter below the external occipital protuberance, C2 vertebra, and here C7 vertebra, it is termed as vertebra prominence. Okay, then at the root of the spine. Okay, at the root of the spine, there lies the T3 vertebra. Okay, then at the level of the inferior angle, okay, at the level of the inferior angle, there lies the T7 vertebra. Okay, now iliac crest. Okay, what is iliac crest? Iliac crest is the bony curve ridge. Okay, here you can see bony curve ridge which lies below the waist. Okay, as well as in iliac crest, we have to identify the anterior superior iliac spine, which is the projecting prominent part of the anterior end, then posterior superior iliac spine. Okay, in the living, posterior superior iliac spine is identify the shallow dimple above the buttocks 5 centimeter away from the midline. It indicates the posterior superior iliac spine. Okay, as well as highest point of the iliac crest. Okay, highest point of the iliac crest lies at the level of L4 vertebra. Okay, same posterior superior iliac spine lies at the level of the S2. Okay, so this was regarding the surface anatomy of the back region. Mostly you have to remember C7, that is the vertebra prominence, then inferior angle, that is T7, root of the spine, that is the T3 for the incision purpose. Okay, now we will discuss regarding the how to make the incision to start the dissection of the back region. Okay, first we have to identify the external occipital protuberance and then extend the incision up to the T12 vertebra. Okay, up to the T12 vertebra, then extend the incision laterally up to the delta tuberosity. Okay, up to the delta tuberosity. Same here from the vertebra prominence. Okay, extend the incision laterally up to the acromial end. Okay, same here, both side I have extended the incision up to the acromial end. Then for my convenience, I have given the incision external occipital protuberance up to the laterally up to the mastoid process to reflect the origin of the trapezius muscle. So now we have given the incision. Okay, now we have to Now we have to reflect the muscle laterally. Okay, sorry, skin, superficial fascia, laterally. Okay, same way on each side. Okay, so we will find the cutaneous nerves, etc. Okay, cutaneous nerves and vessels on the back region. Okay, now we have to study the muscles in the two groups. Superficial muscles are the trapezius, and deep muscles is trapezius and latissimus dorsi. Deep muscles are the levator scapulae and rhomboides minor and major. Okay, first we will discuss regarding the superficial muscles. First we have here seen is the trapezius muscle. Okay, why this term is trapezius? Because it resembles both like trapezium. Okay, so it is term as trapezius. Now we will discuss regarding its origin and insertion. Okay, so here I am reflecting the skin. So trapezius, it originates from the external occipital protuberance. Okay, then ligamentum nuchae. Ligamentum nuchae is the median ligament. Okay, then C7 vertebra. Okay, that is the vertebra prominence. Okay, then T1 to T12 vertebra. Okay, as well as medial 1/3 of the superior knuckle line here. Okay, medial 1/3 of the superior knuckle line. Here some fibers are cut already. Okay, here you can identify. Okay, medial 1/3 of the superior knuckle line. So external occipital protuberance, medial 1/3 of the superior knuckle line, C7 vertebra, T1 to T12 vertebra. Okay, as well as corresponding supraspinous ligament. Okay, now regarding its insertion. Okay, trapezius muscles, it is inserted on the by the way upper, middle and lower fibers. Okay, so here you can see the upper fibers which are inserted on the posterior border here, posterior border of the lateral 1/3 of the clavicle. This is the clavicle. Okay, upper fibers inserted on the posterior border of the lateral 1/3 of the clavicle. Okay, then middle fiber, here you can see middle fiber. Okay, so middle fibers inserted on the upper lip of the crest of the spine. Okay, as well as lower fibers inserted at the root of the spine. Okay, root of the spine here. So we have discussed upper fibers as well as middle fibers, upper lip of the crest of the spine, as well as medial margin of the acromion process, as well as lower fibers at the medial end of the spine. Okay, so it was regarding its insertion. Okay, now regarding its nerve supply. So here we have already dissected the trapezius muscle. Now reflect it or cut it 5 cm away from the midline. Okay, and reflect it laterally. And when you are reflecting laterally, at the top you will find the spinal accessory nerve. So this one is the spinal accessory nerve. Okay, this one is the spinal accessory nerve, and here, okay, this is the superficial transverse branch of the transverse cervical artery. Okay, both are different, which I am holding with the blunt forceps, that is the spinal accessory nerve, and this one is the superficial branch of the transverse cervical artery. And here we will able to find the dorsal scapular nerve as well as the deep branch of the transverse cervical artery. Okay, so it was regarding its nerve supply. Spinal accessory nerve, that is important, and we are able to find in the cadaver. Okay, as well as superficial branch of the transverse cervical artery, and all these are the neurovascular bundle. Okay, now regarding its action. Okay, so trapezius. Okay, trapezius with this levator scapulae. This one is the levator scapulae. Okay, this one is the levator scapulae. Trapezius with levator scapulae act. Okay, upper fibers of the trapezius and levator scapulae contract. Okay, so what will happen? Shrugging of the shoulder joint. Okay, shrugging of the shoulder joint. Okay, then middle fibers, these are the middle fibers, and these are the rhomboides minor, and this is the rhomboides major. Okay, so middle fibers with the rhomboides, it retract the scapula. Okay, if these muscles contract, okay, then it causes the retraction of the scapula. Okay, as well as upper fibers and lower fibers with the serratus anterior. Okay, serratus anterior here, some fibers of the serratus anterior, upper fibers as well as lower fibers of the trapezius with the serratus anterior causes the forward rotation of the scapula. Okay, so it was regarding the origin, nerve supply and action of the trapezius. Now we will discuss regarding the trapezius latissimus dorsi muscle. Okay, now we have to I have removed the skin already, and this is the latissimus dorsi. Here you can see thin. First we will discuss, it is also termed as climbing muscle. Okay, both side I have already reflected. This one is the latissimus dorsi. Here I have detached or dissected, and here I have not dissected. Okay, latissimus dorsi. First we will discuss regarding its origin. Okay, origin from the posterior 1/3 of the outer lip of the iliac crest. This is the iliac crest. Okay, this one is the iliac crest. Here you can feel posterior 1/3 of the outer lip of the iliac crest, as well as T7 to T12. Okay, T7 to T12 vertebra, as well as thoracolumbar fascia. Okay, what is thoracolumbar fascia? Here you can see white sheet. Okay, that is termed as thoracolumbar fascia. Okay, so it was regarding the origin of the latissimus dorsi. It is inserted on the, here I will show you insertion of the latissimus dorsi. It is inserted. Okay, it winds. Okay, it winds around the teres major muscle. This one is the teres major. So it winds around the teres major muscles and inserted on the bicipital groove of the humerus. Okay, so insertion on the floor of the intertubercular sulcus. Okay, so now it's nerve supply. Okay, nerve supply. Same, here you can find these are the veins as well as neurovascular bundle of the thoracodorsal nerve. Okay, or nerve to latissimus dorsi. So this one is the nerve to latissimus dorsi or thoracodorsal nerve. Here you can see it is piercing the muscle if I am cutting the vein. Okay, so this one is the thoracodorsal nerve. So again, this muscle you have to cut 5 cm from the midline and separate it very carefully, because it is very thin as well as delicate from the origin point. Okay, as well as it is one of the important muscles in the climbing action. Okay, abduction, adduction, as well as it is one of the important muscle of the climbing muscle. Okay, so it is regarding the latissimus dorsi. Here we are finishing the superficial muscles of the back region. Now I will discuss regarding the triangle of auscultation. Okay, what is triangle of the auscultation? Triangle of auscultation, it is formed by the medially. Okay, it is formed medially by the lateral border of the trapezius. Okay, here you can see lateral border of the trapezius, below upper border of the latissimus dorsi, and here you can feel. Okay, that is the medially laterally by the medial border of the scapula. Okay, that is the spine of the medial border of the scapula. So triangle of auscultation, medially by lateral border of the trapezius, below by the upper border of the latissimus dorsi, and medial border of the scapula. Importance of the triangle of the auscultation: to hear listen the respiratory sounds, as well as before there were no facilities of the X-ray etc. At that time, physicians were estimating or hypothesis of the esophageal tumor by listening the sound at the level of the triangle auscultation. Okay, now this so importance of the triangle of auscultation is to listen the respiratory sound as well as to detect the esophageal tumor etc. Okay, here I am finishing triangle of auscultation. Now another triangle, that is the triangle of Petit. Okay, triangle of Petit. Triangle of Petit, that is also termed as lumbar triangle. Okay, it is formed medially by the lateral border of the latissimus dorsi. Okay, this is the lateral border of the latissimus dorsi. Okay, and below by the upper border of the iliac crest, and laterally by the posterior border of the external oblique abdominis muscle. Okay, so this is the triangle of Petit or lumbar triangle. laterally medially by the lateral border of latissimus dorsi, below by the upper border of the iliac crest, and laterally by the posterior border of the external oblique abdominis muscle. Okay, importance is the sometimes lumbar hernia may occur here. Okay, so it was regarding the triangle of auscultation and triangle of Petit. Now I will discuss regarding the deep muscles of the back region. Okay, so in the back region, after reflecting the trapezius from towards the shoulder or towards the clavicle, then we will find the levator scapulae. This one is the levator scapulae. Okay, levator scapulae, this one levator scapulae, it originates from the C7, C2, C3 and C4 spines of the C1, C2, C3 and C4 vertebra. Okay, and it's inserted on the superior angle. Here this is the superior angle of the scapula. It is inserted on the superior angle of the scapula as well as superior and medial part of the medial border of the scapula. Okay, so origin from C1 to C4 spine and insertion on the superior angle and medial part of the scapula. Okay, as its name suggests, it elevates the scapula. Okay, it's suppose this muscle contracts, then what will happen? It causes the elevation of the scapula. Okay, and its nerve supply is the dorsal scapular nerve. Okay, dorsal scapular nerve, which will be find here. Okay, dorsal scapular nerve. Now we will discuss regarding the rhomboidus minor and major. Okay, when you are separating when you are reflecting the trapezius, you have to very carefully identify the rhomboidus minor and rhomboidus major. Okay, rhomboidus minor, it originates from the C7 and T1 vertebra. Okay, it originates from the C7 and T1 vertebra and inserted on the root of the spine. Here you can see this is the spine. Okay, so here it inserted on the root of the spine. Okay, as well as rhomboidus. This one is the rhomboidus minor. Okay, whole. This one is the rhomboidus major. It arises from the T2. Okay, T2 to T5. Here you can feel the spinous process of the thoracic vertebra. Okay, so it arises from the T2 to T5 vertebra and inserted on the, here you can see rhomboidus minor insertion at the root of the spine, and below the root of the spine it inserted on the medial border of the scapula. Okay, below the root of the spine it inserted on the medial border of the scapula. Okay, both muscles are supplied by the dorsal scapular nerve as well as actions is the retraction of the scapula. Okay, so it was regarding its origin, insertion, nerve supply and action of the back region. Thank you.